you guys doing? It's not letting me really see it. I interrupt me watching a video of it. Oh! Tomorrow there's a really good phrasing video coming out. You guys should check it out. Can you talk about swing in regards to the metronome? Yeah, you want to put your metronome on all 4 beats and with a click on one. Yeah, especially when you're playing fast, it really helps, because the idea is you want to have a concept of the measures. That's the trick. Like you want to, let's say I'm putting it like, I don't know, 240, and I'm playing kind of like, I want to feel this. I don't, this is like the high, like, I don't give a shit what they're doing. Like I want to chill. So the idea, this allows you to like kind of playing. Yeah, I mean, it's like it's not for everything, but definitely like just general swing practice. It's about where you're subdividing from. So I want to feel those eighth notes like they're 30-second notes. Right? So, but then it lets me play the slow subdivisions in a fast tempo too. So, it gives you access to these. Faster too. It's like, you know, like I think when you're like trying to like get good at like, you know, playing like super fast tempos like 300-ish, like Cherokee or something like that. The problem, even like when I put the metronome up here for a lot of you guys, you're like, like, you know, quarter, like, but like just ignore, just hear it in one, hear it in like the measure. Breathe. Right, like do some lamage, control your vagina, control your uterus. So I got just learn how to play the whole notes. And then learn how to subdivide from here. You don't have to play those fast subdivisions. It's just like, think about like subdivisions from here. That I'm feeling it there. So yeah, uh, yeah. You wanna. I mean, you wanna play from. Yeah, right now, I'm in a live feed. I don't have any THC in me. This is very atypical for like, gigging me. Usually I'm blasted and having fun with my friends. So, you know, it's not like a situation where I'm really losing myself in the music. So, like, it's in between practicing and playing, honestly. But there's a letting go that really happens, and when it comes to like yeah, it's like you just fish for the things that are like in your head. I said practice slow shit a lot is really like a good thing. The other thing that's really good about not doing it looked like a little bit, but it's like I'm still here. I'm reading comments for God's sakes. So another thing that's really important about practicing with the metronome on all 4 beats, not on 2 and 4, is you want, yeah, the Buddha did read a lot of comments. You don't want to outsource the swinging to a drum machine or to a metronome to represent a hi-hat. This doesn't groove along. This sounds like dog shit. So if I want it to swing, I have to project swing on it. So if I'm bringing that to the table. This is a robot, but I'm throwing this thing on it, right? nothing's planned. I mean, I'm playing the tune. That's 120. Woodshed had many ideas. The player just piled of stuff. Yeah, I mean, you know, something you want to do, like if you want to get good at like the voice leading part of this, like if I take a tune like that, It Had to Be You. Hey Jake. Then like the progression is G, E7, A7, more A7, D7, B7, E minor, A7, and then D7. So I want to tell the story of that harmony. So the first thing I want to do is eliminate the rhythm and the articulation and just tell it maybe with chord tones, with scales, however you want to do it. But like I want to paint you a clear picture with no rhythm. More like, I call these gay tunes, where you're just sounding like classical music, just playing eighth notes, 1 and 2, and straight rhythm, no swinging. Like. C major, C minor, G major, E7, A minor, B7, turn around. So that's kind of like, you want to practice that kind of thing to where you can do that without thinking with 3 tunes. And that takes a long time. And then the second exercise is, once that's automated, don't think about the notes at all, but sing the rhythms. So you want to go, notice I didn't do any swung rhythm, because if I played straight through swung rhythms, it would sound horrible. It would be like the worst, like. Because you can't play swing eighth notes for long stretches without syncopation. It's all about syncopating. So I'm trying to think more like a drummer now. And you want to start by just playing the chords and singing the rhythms. Just sing good jazz rhythms. So that would be like, ba-do-do-dee-bo, dee, dee, do-do down, ba-do-dee-ba-dee-do-do-do, da-do-do-dee-do, da-do-do-dee down, da-do-do-dee-bo, ba-dee-do-dee-bo-dee-do-dee-bo-dee-do-do, bow, Now, with the arpeggio and chord tone information and scale information that I worked out with the gay tubes, I want to be able to just sing the rhythm and carry it through. A 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3. So I mean, that's kind of like how I practice in a nutshell. Do you feel as free as you seem? There's a time in your life where you experience that freedom or notice it? Dude, every fucking show, that's why you do it. That's the whole point of this style of music. The whole point is to experience those moments of just like, woo, like I'm fucking driving this thing. Yeah, you know? Any thoughts on Brian Wilson? Brian, like Beach Boys? I don't even know what Beautiful People is. Yeah, so I mean, that's kind of like that. There's another side to this whole story, which is the slow tempos. Like if I'm going like 80 BPM, then the trick is to feel it faster. Just like the trick for the other stuff was to feel shit slow, like even 60, right? Like. Here, even though it's like if I play from that subdivision, you're going to snooze your, like, you know, that's called like the blues subdivision, like meaning like that, like or jazz. It's so boring to play from here rhythmically. So that's, I don't play licks. I don't practice licks. I don't look at licks. I don't care about licks. I don't incorporate licks into my vocabulary. I just don't do it. So you want to start, if I'm in a slow tempo, you want to start focusing on those 16s and feeling, superimposing what's called the funk pocket. That's how Wes Montgomery plays. So if I'm here, I'm starting to feel like, Over this. That's the feel. But I'm feeling this, like. That's swingy. That's that sextuplet pocket, right? So I'm superimposing different pockets on it when it's slow. If it's a tiny bit faster, that funk thing really comes to life. That's like how Wes plays Days of Wine and Roses and shit like that. Right? It's like this tempo. So it's like a jazz ballad would be here, right? But you, instead of playing like a shuffle rhythm, you feel if you're playing from that feeling, that physicality, that dance, right? It's not about playing 16. It's about when you hear Wes play, that's how he's leaning the rhythm into the groove, right? And that's the thing. Doesn't matter if it's like he's playing around body and soul around midnight. Okay, I missed a lot of comments. Let's see. Any chance to do the Patreon Hangouts later than 3 p.m. one day? We'd love. Yeah, so I'm not a lick guy. I listen to albums and I'm just like, it's like everybody plays the same notes. If you like a rhythm, you just take the rhythm. But like to take the rhythm and the notes and the place that it's applied in the form, it's just a mistake. It's just, you don't, like, the problem with taking licks is that it puts your brain in the place of inserting. So why would you concentrate on inserting a foreign, you know what I mean? It's just like, oh, that guy has beautiful hair. I'm going to shave it off his head and implant it into my arm. It's just like, that's grotesque, dude. It's like, you can appreciate something else being beautiful. Like, you know what I mean? It's like you see something you want, there's a different way of getting things, right? You see somebody who's ripped, they're like, I want a six-pack. You don't take their six-pack. It's like that is grotesque. You go and you work on yourself if you're really inspired. Kokomo is written. Dude, I don't know Kokomo. Wait a second. Kokomo? I do. Kokomo? That synthy thing? Aruba, Bahama, come on, baby mama. That I don't think that's very jazzy, but I don't know. Yes, it's a secret meeting held by a Zen master. Yeah. The fuck are you guys talking about? That song? Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of playing it double time. Like that's half notes. Yeah. Yeah. This chair fucking rules. The moment I realize how much I'm gonna be teaching and making, like, you know, like I teach like all day, and it's just like, who sits and does nothing with their life in a chair more than gamers? Nobody. So yeah. Yeah, I know some gypsy tunes. Let's see. Oops. What did I do? Sounds great, but very metronome forward. Yeah, let me turn that down a bit. Oh, thanks so much. That's what you to say. That's what both of you to say. Yeah, I don't know. Metronomes are your friends. You should practice with metronomes. I'm not doing SCN modes. I'd never use them. I don't know any holds with tunes. Can you talk about syncopation? Yeah, syncopation is something that you have to wake up in your mind. It's not something you can really practice. It's something you just have to start doing. So singing rhythm, that's the only way really. Like if you're gonna comp, learn songs and comp songs. Like think about Autumn Leaves. Hi from Tuscany. It's like, you know, when somebody says like I need to work on syncopation, I'm like I don't mean to like, you know, shit on you for asking a question, but like it reveals something that you have to confront. It's something really big. It's like syncopation is like the whole thing, right? So it's not like a little skill. Like what is it without syncopation? That'll be what is swing without syncopation? What is a good jazz rhythm? It's like they all are syncopated. So you can't play straight. You can't go dee do 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 down. And you also can't take it out in random places. So how do you put it in? Well, listen to drum. Like listen how people play a snare drum in jazz. There's like a million ways to do it, but you have to just start doing something. So like that's fine. You don't need to understand how to write down in the measure in real. You don't need to analyze it in real time. You just need to make sounds that sound good with your mouth, right? Imagine there's a drum kit, and then imagine the pitch of the drums too. Like the snares, like ta, right? You have like do, like these like low drums, do 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 ta, do do do, psh, psh, right? So play them in your mind. Do that, like work on the harmony separately and then add. Right. I don't know where you are in the form. Trying to find a link to lessons but don't see one. What do you mean? What kind of lessons? The YouTube is filled with lessons. You mean one-on-one? You can just email me, DannyHrabin@gmail.com. What you do all day in the chair. Yeah, I'm pretty full, but you can if we have a miracle of the time I have open working with your schedule, we can figure it out. So DannyHrabin@gmail.com. So you don't think Messiaen modes could be something useful for playing over standards? No, because it makes you sound like a fucking perv. See a solo trader. You know, you don't. the sound of them is too harsh for the style. So, like, you could use them, but it sounds like Alan playing standards, which, here, this is the real deal. When you're playing over a chord, there are three things you can do. You can outline the change, you can hint the change, or you can obscure the change, ignore the change. Alan lives here. I like to live here, right? Scott Henderson lives here. I really like how Joe Pass and Wes and people like that play, where it's like the harmony is just crystal clear. That's always been exciting to me. But those people in the 60s, like in the Coltrane era, grew up allergic to that, So they were doing kind of like a mutiny against it. But like by the time I showed up, like the 90s terrible shit in jazz, everybody was playing so out and gross. It was like so refreshing to hear a chord. So, I don't know, I like outlining. So Messiaen, by definition, when you have like three augmented triads, like, you're not getting the sound of the harmony. You're adding whatever, major sevenths to dominant seven chords, major thirds to minor chords, minor thirds to major chords. So you're obscuring the harmony. So I'm not so for that. But again, at a certain point, a person needs to decide what they're putting in their bag when they go on a trip, right? I like going outside in fusion, but like not when I'm playing standards or adding to the chords. Moana 2. Cool. Um, what up, Drew? More vibey without the metronome. Yeah. Metronomes, they do their job, but music is, you're supposed to play. It's supposed to project groove. You're supposed to make people follow where you are in the music with your rhythm. What's your thoughts about comping? Well, I'd say there are a couple things you can do. You can be the drums, like in Gypsy Jazz. And then you gotta really think about the sound of 2 and 4 that you're producing. And that's kind of like this kind of job of like understanding like the kind of fit, exactly like the brush thing you're going to. And so it's mostly like that, and then voice leading the changes. You can be more like a pianist, and then you're playing on a groove you're imagining. So it's internally to do. The breathing is subconscious, but like it's more like following the phrasing. Like you wouldn't breathe when you're playing. So I want to. Any tips to improve the quick thinking regarding playing over changes? Yeah, play Happy Birthday. So take the harmony of Happy Birthday. That's one five five one one dominant 4 1 5 1. Think about it in 8 measures. Start with quarter notes. Everybody skips quarter notes. Quarter notes are probably the most important thing to outline harmony. So I'm gonna play happy. I'm gonna project. If you can't play Happy Birthday, you can't play Starlight, right? So I'm gonna project the harmony, not the melody, of Happy Birthday, playing nothing but quarter notes, like. Something like quarter notes, 8th notes, triplets, 16th notes. Each subdivision has its own language of outlining. Move through changes, take whatever tune and just make sure you can project the harmony. If you can't do it at all, you're not in the game yet. You're in pre-practice mode. You need to get some basic tools of arpeggiating and playing around chord tones using approach notes, using neighbor tones, using enclosures to extend the lines, or just the chord tones themselves, but voice-led. If you like his playing, why not just invite him to the next jam? What are you talking about? I have a class with a Berkeley professor in a few days. Should I ask him what he thinks of the faculty jam? Sure, ask him. Yeah. All right. Cool, guys. I'll see you soon. Thanks for checking it out. And tomorrow's a big lesson coming out about phrasing on the YouTube, so be sure to check it out, 1 p.m. Central.